come on, invite it. Fire. I don't care which side that you're fighting. Gonna get you gone.
For several years, Delilah's been here, getting stronger, turning people against me. Why didn't I see it coming? What was I doing during that time? Pretending to listen at court, ruling through an army of bureaucrats, waiting for the next chance to get free of Dunwall Tower. Well, now I'm free. If only I could go back. Aramis Stilton was once an ally of the Duke. The owner of Karnaka's mines, Stilton lived in a fortified bunker at the heart of the Dust District. No one's seen him for years, since around the time Delilah started making her moves. But whether Stilton's alive or dead, his home holds the key to Delilah's immortality.
My mind is finally clearing. Now I can return to my work here, helping those who need it the most. And what can I say about what you've done for me? Saved me from madness and, worse, from giving in to a life of sadistic brutality. How could I ever repay you for that? Given who you are and what you're in Karnaka to do, I can only say good luck. The city, the country, the empire, everyone is counting on you. I'll send something special for you, by way of courier. I hope it helps.
What am I worrying about? Megan can take care of herself. Listen to me, talking to myself like the old loon I am. Megan is out in the city, but I'll explain. So many years. I never expected to feel so tired. I came to Karnaka for the food and the clean air. Now this. Visiting the Royal Conservatory got us closer to understanding Delilah's secret. Now for the next step. What I wouldn't give for one more expedition to Pandacia. To see the cliffs rising up again. To watch the dust storms. When this is over, I'm going back to Tivia. I haven't been home in so long.
I need to know why Delilah can't be killed. Everything we've learned implies that something strange happened at Aramis Stilton's home 3 years ago, but then he disappeared.
Stilton lived in a bunker kept secure by a fancy lock made by Jindosha. Maybe inside you'll learn more about how to stop Delilah.
But I have to get there first. Through a ruin created by the Duke, where my father grew up.
Megan had an intriguing idea. Paolo is leader of the Howlers. He wants Vice Overseer Byrne killed, and of course, Byrne wants Paolo dead too. Both groups will attack you on sight, but walk in with the corpse of their chief enemy, and they'll treat you like family.
You think they'll help me get into Aramis Stilton's home?
I'm pretty sure that will work.
Seeing this place and these people, I can feel my perspective changing. How will I be different after this?
Megan left a note for you. She's going to meet you, where was it? Oh, somewhere. I'm sure you'll find her. Make your way to the skiff when you want to start. We've heard the Duke's people, but if we can't unravel Delilah's mysteries, it won't matter in the slightest. Do be careful. I have 8 or 9 children running around the Isles, but you've given me more than they ever did. In my days, the gangs were the Grey Court girls and the Ratfish. What became of them, I wonder?
With Ashworth eliminated, that should hamper Delilah's plans. Paolo's not that old, but there's so much living written into the lines of his face. The Vice Overseer for Karnaca, Liam Byrne. Aramis Stilton's home looks more like a bunker than a mansion. The Dust District. I've read about the winds coming through the cleft in Shindaray Peak, how the city uses it for windmills and mining operations.
So our young friend is headed into the Dust District. Nobody lives there unless they don't have a choice. And people like Emily don't even visit. According to Sokolov, she'll be trying to get into Aramis Stilton's house. Not easy. I've tried. Stilton was a friend. Even as a mine owner, he was a good man who came up from working people and never forgot it. I went looking for him the night he disappeared, but the house was swarming with the Grand Guard. I showed them what I was worth, but it cost me. I'll live to see that score settled.
Ready now?
Ready.
We'll take Megan's skiff closer.
Who was the man I'm after? Aramis Stilton?
An ally to the old Duke, loyal and smart. Stilton helped build modern Karnaca with those silver mines. Started as a miner and worked his way up until he was a prince of industry. But now the new Duke drives the mine crews night and day. Dust falls non-stop onto the district. What was once prosperous is now in ruins.
I suppose the Duke doesn't care, as long as he sips from silver cups.
And what are the cups at Dunwall Tower made from, Empress? In any case, you'll have to pass through the Dust District to reach Stilton's home. Maybe he's still in there, or maybe he's dead. Megan once you reach the Dust District. She'll tell you more. I'll wait here with this skiff and take you back to the dreadful whale after you finish. The mines could have been run slower for another generation. Only the Duke's greed caused all the ruin here. Has life been better here under Dunwall's influence? Or are the people worse off for it? Without the Empire, would they have thrown down the Duke? The people here have never seen the Duke's banquet table. Or yours.
Seems odd that none of our squads patrol through the Dust District anymore.
Orders from the Duke. We're losing too many people. Good soldiers blinded by that hallucinogenic powder the Howlers use, then stabbed to death or dragged down by the Abbey's hounds. One young lieutenant got hit by an overseer grenade, and that was it. She was one of the Duke's distant cousins or something.
Shit. Let's hope they do enough damage to each other so the fight goes out of them.
That won't happen until someone manages to kill either Paolo or Vice Overseer Byrne. And I don't see you or me beating a path to the Crone's Hand or up to the temporary stronghold the Abbey's got set up.
I'm hungry.
You can tell he's no good, just by looking at his shoes.
Sure, he knows how to watch balls back.
You can't stay hidden forever! Not in the mood. Show yourself.
Anyone here? Show yourself!
Time yet? Man can starve on this shift.
How did I get stuck out here? Tired of cleaning silver dust out of my ears. Grand Palace. That's an assignment. All apples and slippers. I hear these damn windmills in my sleep.
Dust from the mines. I'll make sure mining conditions here improve. We need the silver, but not at any cost.
The overseers won't just leave the district, and the Howlers can't. Paolo has a price on Burns' head, and the Vice Overseer effectively wants the same thing. Hello, Emily. Stilton's home is just beyond here, but getting inside will take some effort. I've been doing reconnaissance, talking to people. The Overseers and the Howlers have divided up the district. Just ahead is neutral territory where no one will harass you. But further on, the Howlers and the Overseers both have boundaries set up. And beyond those points, they'll attack you on sight.
Aramis Stilton is the real goal. Sokolov said you had an idea.
Yes. I believe that if you take out Paolo or Vice Overseer Byrne, the other one will grant you safe passage and will help you get inside Stilton's home. Neutralize either one of them and bring him to the other.
What else do you know that might help me?
Byrne is protected by the Overseers. Paolo has the Howlers, but I think he's also got some kind of black magic charm. They say he's got to die twice before the sun sets, or he can't be killed. Good luck with that. When the Duke falls, one of these groups could own Karnaca. Better get to know them now. The entrance to Stilton's home is below. That's where I got jumped by the Duke's men a few years back when Stilton went missing. I killed 3 of them and got away with my life. If Stilton is still alive, go easy on him. He wasn't born an aristocrat. If you've got reservations about going after Paolo or Byrne, the Howlers might be holding the secret to the Jindosha lock. A kind of riddle that otherwise I doubt you'll be able to solve. Open that lock, and you can just walk right through Stilton's front door. This part of the city used to be nice, but digging out the silver too fast has ruined it. Some people get to eat the fancy dishes without ever seeing the animal get its belly slit open. The two sides are struggling over the hearts of the underclass in Karnaca. Vice Overseer Byrne offers them the solace of tradition and structure. The Howlers claim to fight for the people against the powerful. You'll have to decide who's right. The Howlers and the Overseers are breaking bones and cutting out tongues for half a block of territory. Like I said, if you don't want to mess with the Overseers or the Howlers, just walk up to Stilton's front door and try your hand at the Jindosh lock. Maybe you're smarter than the thousands who've tried to open it. The Howlers and the Overseers both think they're representing the people of the city. So it's funny that everyone who lives here is terrified of them.
How can a gang of cutthroats believe they represent the citizens of Karnaca?
Do you think the Grand Guard is keeping the city safe? For everybody not born in a palace, sometimes a gang of cutthroats is all we've got.
And sometimes, instead, they come after the people you love with knives. It's not that simple, Megan.
I can't argue with that.
This is the Duke of Sokol. Been told that people are complaining about dust from the mines falling on the city. Yes, war is expensive. You may not be aware that our silver mines are operating past full capacity in order to fund our conflict against the Northern Isles. That's not dust. It's the blood of our enemies.
The old Duke pinned a medal on my father and sent him off to Dunwall.
Jemmy's sister says you can beat any lock in the city. I'm not sure why Stilton's house needed to be shut up tight like this, but what do you think? Can you crack it?
Give me a minute.
Durante knows how to get in here. Paolo had him feeding old Stilton or watching him. I was gonna pay him off for the secret, but Durante got beat down by the Overseers and taken away.
I don't even understand what this is. I don't see any seams.
Jimmy's sister says it's a gimmick, like he weren't a real locksmith who made it.
No, this was built by Kieran Jindosh. Scary smart. He's the one who made the clockwork soldiers for the Duke.
So can you open it? Or maybe just solve it?
No, it can't do either. It's a lock designed by a man who creates machines that kill people. You can keep your money, I'm not touching it.
Never mind. Maybe another time.
Or not. Let's go. This door was sealed by order of the Duke. He had that Kieran Jindosh build this special lock.
Came to see the infamous Jindosh lock, did you? Good luck with that. impossible.
Your face is covered. Are you worried someone might recognize you? If Stilton's not dead inside there, he'll never get out past the Jindosha lock. No one can open it.
If you're trying to get into Stilton's, give up. Probably nothing left to steal anyway. We're playing dice tonight. Are you in?
Sure.
I did it. Now to find Aramis Stilton. Help thugs like the Howlers, or the Zealots from the Abbey. I just don't know.
Stay on your side or you'll be spitting teeth. Far as I know, you might be an Overseer spy. Unless I hear you've taken down the Vice Overseer himself. Stay out of Howler territory. Walk away. That's the smart play.
Years ago, he was an accountant. Back then, he stole money without the threat of violence. She once shot another Howler and left him to bleed in the street, so she could escape the Grand Guard. They were rich nobles without a child, and that baby was spoiling his sleep. Now, everyone's happy, except the mother. He plans to cheat them. Maybe worse, if they catch him at it.
Oh, hello. At first I thought you were one of Paolo's gang, but you don't look so bad up close.
Every day he places fresh bread on their windowsill. They still don't know who their benefactor is.
Somehow, being so close to the Howlers has kept me safe so far. They like me because I pay up every month. All they care about is the money. Business used to be real good here, with the silver mines and all. How things change.
He stole money without the threat of violence. He told them it was just as good as Sokolov's health elixir. Told them it was supposed to smell like that. Like urine. Due to the secret ingredient.
Years ago, the mines were a good job. Stilton made sure of it. No one got fired for being injured.
Yeah, so they say. The mining office handled things like that. And the family committee made sure that the bosses never got too greedy.
Kind of a stalemate. Everything worked as long as one side didn't win out over the other. And that's exactly what happened once Stilton disappeared.
The family committee, looking out for the miners.
If Paolo gets his way, the law will mean even less than it does under the Duke. If you ask me, it'd be good if the Howlers and the boys from the Abbey end up killing each other off.
The Abbey, the Howlers, what's the difference? They're all bastards. I've never been keen on the idea of the Abbey exerting more control. They see us as sheep.
The docks. That's where she finds them. Fresh off the boats and eager for opportunity. They'll believe anything. He's not the most caring of souls, but he took that orphan boy off the streets. Now the lad calls him father. They were fake tears to gain sympathy and gifts. She never really cared for the boy.
The soup is only for the workers and their families. Something tells me you're not one of them. Between what the Duke did, and now the Howlers and the Overseers fighting over the area, these people haven't been fortunate.
I've seen past her. Years ago, she lost her husband in a mining disaster. She's dedicated her life to helping the miners and their families. The miners look to her to help them. There is no one else. She's seen the conditions in the mines, seen how families live, seen children choking on the air in the dust district. They thought she'd go away if they made her wait, but they found out how persistent she can be. And a day stays in her memory, the grim set to his jaw as he headed for the mines. Then, the news of the collapse, and then the mad search for the survivors. He's on his fourth business partner. The others have all been arrested under strange circumstances. Only he knows the truth. He tried to kiss her, but she turned her head and told him to gargle out his putrid breath first. He struck her twice, and she fell. He once took money to wreck a solicitor's office, enough to get himself good and drunk for a night. This place, Karnaka, I'm weak for it. What are you prepared to do to save it? They are taken in by her charms. Later they find out she's corrupt. He was cruel to his family, so when he lost his employment, he had nowhere to turn.
How about sharing some of the Imperial currency? Thank you, friend. If you're brave and you're looking to make some money, there's a back door to the Crone's Hand Saloon leading to the basement. Watch out for the Overseers, stranger, and the Howlers. The Grand Guard are a bunch of shitbirds, too. Shitbirds all the way to the top. It's hard here now. The miners hate the Duke, but they're lucky to have work. You look like you're on the road yourself, not one of the high and mighty.
Oh, that's a laugh. How would she know what a full day's work looks like? It's the time when I could go.
Who keeps you safe? When the overseers come around with their questions about your suppliers, about the special trinkets you carry. Oh, you know how the Abbey feels about that. What would they do if they knew you were selling carved up whalebone? Blasphemy. Who keeps them off your back?
Paulo. I know what he does for me. For all of us.
That's right. He sends us out to risk our lives for you. But somehow, you're not grateful.
I can't afford what you're asking.
Then why do you take our protection?
You don't give me a choice.
It's the overseers who don't give you a choice. Just think about what they'll do if they find out what you're up to. Then let me know when you can give us the money you owe. Paulo just wants what's fair.
What do you think you're doing?
Get your ass out of here if you know what's good for you. Look, Paulo wants the money and we'll be back next week. Don't disappoint him.
I don't know you. Out of my face. Not interested.
This little horse scares off buyers. Who's worse? Overseer zealots or cutthroat howlers? Some wise ass has been robbing black market shops. Hope we find out who. I heard the howlers have taken to robbing honest men. I'd never have thought. Can't be too cautious, what with the shops getting knocked off. Do to keep the dust out. Yes! Yes!
Outsider's crooked cock! Scares off buyers. Who's worse? Overseer zealots or cutthroat howlers?
She told the chemist she had a rat problem. A fine white powder. She'll put it in soup.
Hollow and burn. Maybe the bosses are getting too comfortable.
That's what I wanted.
Oh no, you bastard! Now we're getting somewhere. It's not a rat.
Find another way, brother. This path is barred to traffic.
I can't believe this. I've lived in this district for most of my life.
If you believe this to be an inconvenience, weigh it against losing your life to one of the Howlers. Now go.
That's the last time I give my coin to the Abbey.
Don't mess with the Abbey. Stay in the neutral territory. Want to help us? Go put that sword in a Howler's skull.
Are you coming tonight?
He suspected the haberdasher of bone charm possession, but was willing to dismiss the accusations for a night in her bedchamber. She said the donations would go straight to the needy families of the miners, but she spent it all on ginslings. Right now, he's thinking about how beautiful her blood looked in the moonlight. He's hid them from her, the letters from home that she waits for so desperately.
Bit hot, isn't it? I repair broken mining equipment, so unless you need a second-hand pickaxe, I can't help you.
I'll get the cigars tomorrow. Wanna buy one?
Wouldn't miss that.
How are we supposed to get ahead here? Always paying off the Grand Guard. You want advice? Don't drink from the canal.
He took her books and made her watch while he burned them. She's thinking about her father, about the way he struggled when she pushed him below the water.
Begging won't change anything. You stand accused of actions forbidden by the teachings of the Abbey of the Everyman. Given that each crime was witnessed or later verified by sworn and faithful overseers in good standing, no trial is required. For theft of food, for hindering a sworn overseer of the Abbey in his duties, death. For the keeping of articles of a heretical and fetishistic nature, for consuming the flesh of rats, death.
I faced worse than you, Abbey boys.
Silence, apostate! Well done. A shepherd must cull his flock.
They have paid for their crimes in this world. They belong to the Void now. Hold the strictures in your heart, brothers and sisters, and you will follow a proper path.
Abello, are you sure you know what you're doing? I studied field tactics with Brother Cardoza in the peninsula. The pirate crews there resort to these same dirty tricks.
Seems like a good way to take a dart to the belly.
Well, the Howlers aren't known for their caution, but these aren't too hard to deal with. If you've got a steady hand, and you know what cables to cut, you've got to do it just right.
Wait a second.
When they must extract a confession through torture, the other overseers look to him to do the work. He has a taste for it. He sifts through the offerings after the service, takes what he wants before handing the rest over to the Abbey accountant. An overseer, in his quest to rid the city of the outsider's influence, he has harmed many who are innocent. The Abbey of the Everyman is the only home he has ever known. Sometimes he dresses like a common worker and goes to a nearby gambling hall. He gets drunk and fights, and then the next day his mask hides the bruises. During the trials of aptitude he was flagging, so he choked another petitioner to death and took his rations.
This dentistry model reminds me of the overseer masks in Morley.
The Vice Overseer hasn't shared his plans with me. He's upstairs now, so I assume we'll learn something before long.
I'd wager it'll all be over soon. I'm surprised it's taken us this long to deal with a mob of ruffians.
You know what the strictures say about wagering, brother? The Howlers are merciless, and Paolo carries the Outsider's blessing. Some talisman come straight from the jaws of the Void itself. Keep that in mind, or you'll find yourself bleeding out in some alley.
Forgive me, Brother Mikos.
we not brothers? That is what I should have said. Now I feel remorse. It will bother me all the night.
I will ask again today if this is truly her chosen path. I can only hope the outsider hasn't gotten to her first.
Every one of them suffers from an errant mind. He hates them for it. And once they confess to that, the rest is easy. When they see him coming, they avert their eyes and tremble. In truth, this is why he loves the Abbey. He's built titans with honey wine and scones, while the people in his congregation are hungry. Once a week, he spends a day with his lover in a field of tall grass, behind the home she shares with her husband.
This is where my father was born. Corvo must have lived here 3 decades ago at least. The trophy my father got for winning the blade verbena.
Wasn't running the mines night and day, our children wouldn't be choking themselves to sleep at night on the dust.
It's easy to blame the Duke, but we both depend on the profits from industry. The mines are the lifeblood of this city.
No. The Duke could have continued operations like his father did, fast enough to sustain the city without burying us all in dust.
How? There are twice as many people living in Karnaca now. If the mines slowed down, half the people in my family would be out of work.
What's the point of being worked into an early grave? Just so you can afford to eat for a while?
she'd have them fire the seamstress. The woman left a single pin in the hem.
There's more to Paolo than meets the eye.
Something is amiss. Some heathen grown bold by these times. I shall not abide the footfall
We will burn
of
a
a
blast
blasphemous
fire with our
wanderer.
virtuous actions so the others will not lose their way.
I wonder how the High Overseer is faring against Delilah back in Dunwall.
I didn't see the one coming through the window. She was quick.
The Howlers are cowards, brother. But we accounted for 6 of them.
I'm glad it's you in the end. If I have to go, it warms my spirit to spend my last minutes with a true friend.
You honor me. I wish there was another way, but it's a gut wound, as bad as any I've seen. Better this than a day or 2 of agony.
Then I go, and I keep the strictures close to my heart. May there be no discord in my spirit.
Goodbye, Overseer. Fade from this world. Curse those harlot bastards and their black-souled boss.
Soon. The sisters of the oracular order have seen it, and I feel it in my bones. So this stalemate with the Howlers must be resolved. If we eliminate Paolo, there's no end to the influence we'll exert over Karnaca, over all of Serkonos.
A dozen overseers have died trying to bring Paolo down. We've struck him fatal injuries, and somehow he comes back the next day to fight again. Whatever witchcraft he has, even the ancient music is ineffective.
I believe Paolo is in possession of some unclean artifact. It's my fear that he has to be killed twice in one day.
And the Duke won't help?
The Duke is no friend of ours. He exiled me from the Grand Palace, and he's done everything possible to push the Abbey of the Everyman out of Serkonos. The look on his face when he dismissed me from court. There's something wrong with people who live in palaces for too long.
That's what I sense in him. The youngest man to reach vice overseer in decades. Liam Bird. He has moved up quickly in the Abbey's hierarchy. He might be High Overseer someday. He barely tolerates this new Duke. They must interact on occasion, but he does not like it. He grew up in the cold mists of Freyport, on the northernmost tip of Morley. He was nothing then. Now, the overseers look to him for answers and leadership. When he was a boy, an overseer stepped out of the mist, wolfhound by his side. Voice was deep and strong as he recited the invocations. Young Liam Byrne was transfixed. His faith is strong, perhaps overly so. He sees the influence of the outsider everywhere. In the Duke, the street gangs, and even the miners. Something nags at him, beyond the usual worries. He will consult the sisters of the oracular order, and they will set his feet on the right path. His father taught him to read, using letters carved into handcrafted wooden blocks. He seeks to weed out the witches and heretics, those who have succumbed to the lure of the void, and who bring chaos where they tread. There was a boy, turned in by his mother for his restless hands. He extracted a confession as he would from anyone else. It would have jeopardized his ascent to vice overseer to do otherwise. His mother encouraged his musical talent, but his interests lay in the comfort of the strictures and the rigors of the Abbey. He has seen a troubling increase in superstitious beliefs and the use of charms and spells. He waits for guidance from the oracular order. Once a week, he meets an old friend of his mother's for dinner at a cafe at the edge of town. He listens to her stories again and again with great patience. When his years in Karnaka come to an end, he hopes to move to the capital. In Dunwall, he will have the ear of the High Overseer himself. Before they took him away for the trials of aptitude, the overseers in Freyport watched him for months, debating his promise. I revealed his secrets. Ask me no more.
Stilton.
I know you're all ready to begin. Our speaker tonight is none other than Aramis Stilton, who owns the mines where those you love toil beneath the ground. Mr. Stilton is known for his fairness, and that reputation is not for show. Welcome to the stage, a friend to the Miners Family Committee, Aramis Stilton.
Good workers, good people, thank you for having me. Our annual dinner is always a special time, and I cherish the conversations and the toasts as we renew our bonds. My closest friend in this world, whose name some of you will no doubt guess, is known for this saying: we rise together with the same dawn. We feel the same wind on our faces. We fish the same ocean. These are words worth remembering, spoken by a man who fills my heart with joy. As you dine tonight, surrounded by your families and the other miners from your teams, let those words echo in your thoughts. And above all, please enjoy yourselves. You've all earned it.
You cross the line and you get cut. Paolo says the only way someone gets past me is if they've got burned.
Cares for the child well enough. You never know it from a manner. Years ago, he was an accountant. Back then, he stole money without the threat of violence. He hated that school they sent him to. That's why he burned it down. When one of them said she was just a girl, she taught herself to be twice as cruel as the others. When his mother died, he sold her hair to a doll maker and drank away the money in a single week. Every time he takes a life, he marks it by cutting a new scar into his dog's back. She sprinkles a powder in their ale. It smells of lemons, and when they start to nod off, she turns out their pockets. She lied when she told the man she hadn't seen his children. He forced the boy to search the sewers for dropped coins until the child sickened and died. She was once a grave robber, made a profit during the fever years. He broke the lock and took all 3 hens. Selling eggs was their only income.
void was that noise?
She's one of Paolo's gang. She likes the mayhem. It excites her. He breeds blood flies in an old silo. His rivals spend their last seconds locked within. She knows the drink is killing her. She plans to make their lives miserable before she goes. She took their precious silverware and tossed them in the canal. It wasn't enough for him to just take their silver. He got them, even the boy. He forced the boy to search the sewers for dropped coins until the child sickened and died. She beats those children as her father once beat her. Nothing has been learned. Afraid he'd lose the duel, he paid his opponent second to load the pistol with ash. He plans to cheat them. Maybe worse, if they catch him at it. She was once a grave robber, made a profit during the fever years. They learned not to cross her once they saw what she did to that farmer. He told the boy to never give up hope, though his own spirit was broken long ago. For this one, his coin goes to bread and cloth for that young mother and her babe.
This must be Paolo's place. Vera More. I remember that name.
In case you're wondering, Paolo's not one of those unhinged cultists who believe I will grant them favors if they leave a big enough offering or play just the right musical notes. He doesn't care a fig for me. But he put up this shrine because he found the hand of an old witch I knew once. And Paolo saw right away that it pays to have an edge. Sometimes, pieces of us linger long after we're gone. The Duke of Serkonos inherited a vibrant city and wasted no time stripping it to the bone. What will he leave behind? And what about you? Who will you leave to pick up the pieces here in the Jewel of the South?
I'm inside. Where's Paolo?
Sometimes he remembers a day by the lake with his family. But he remembers them as blood flies. His wife, his children, all of them. This man is infested, barely human. He was a thief before. Now he's only a nest keeper.
Huh.
They never tell me anything. Something's going on. Not stupid. So it didn't work, I said. But, no. Hmm? Yeah. And then I told him about it. And I said,
Is this the void? Are you the cursed outsider? I...
Hello. Kept the Grand Guard out of our homes. But I don't see how you can help the miners.
It's all connected, Tilly. Once the Abbey's off our backs, I'll make it too expensive for the Duke to run the mines. The workers stop digging, the Duke will see that mines producing at half speed are more profitable than mines producing nothing.
For better working conditions and less dust in the streets, we'd be happy to up our payments.
There's a way to satisfy everybody. First, in this district, then across the city. The people who work the mines have more power than they know.
Thank you, Paolo.
something cool.
All right, I'm stepping away for a moment. Don't drink all the rum while I'm gone. Let's see what our friend looks like.
What's going on? Are we on a boat?
Look at this guy, out of his mind.
There are blood flies in the soup. You guys see that, right?
Someone's going to be in a lot of pain tomorrow.
Blood flies crawling all over the soup, just lapping it up.
You're almost there. Maybe you need just a little bit more.
Doesn't ache, even my toes. Maybe someone doing it.
Dirty old trousers.
Just like their elders when the wages were fine. Stilton's long gone, and so is his grace. Now ain't no one happy in this miserable place.
Say way oh, the silver comes. Say way oh, the silver comes.
Down underground, it's dark and it's cold.
Don't get no breaks to raise their toe.
The dust crews get out on their hands and knees to do anything that ain't before them please. Say way the dust it blows. Say way but the foreman he's under the Duke's greedy thumb, making them miners work till then. They pull out that silver and make that man rich, and come home broken faces, black as pitch. Say way the dust it blows. Say way the silver it blows.
And up in that palace where that greedy Duke hides, there's riches and treasures he never divides. But down in Batista, a dirty wind blows. The stews are thin and there's rags for holes.
Oh, the dust district, she's a terrible place. Put a limp in your walk and a scowl on your face. When the miners come back with pittance for pay, it makes you wonder why they get up the next day. Say way the dust it blows. Say way the silver it glows. Say way the dust it blows. Say way the silver it glows.
in the void was that noise?
I'll just check what that was.
What's going on here? Sunrise, they get someone out of bed. Trousers, browns and blacks. They pick up their tools and pick up their axe.
What was that?
It's not
It sounded like broken glass.
Is there...
Shit. Someone...
You should have seen this place 10 years ago. Gonna be on the humid side for a while.
Hey!
A friend of mine got killed by blood flies, so I take them real serious. I doubt I can help you, whatever you want.
Real home they'd ever known. She placed bloody handprints on his door, and then notified the authorities of what she'd found. I sense sickness here, confusion and anger. The mind of a murderess. Show me no more. He hated that school they sent him to. That's why he burned it down. He wanted the apartment, so he drove them off with threats. A young woman and her elderly uncle.
Paolo had a mummified hand?
He kicks that old dog. Kicks until it yelps and cowers. Its muzzle bloodied. Only then will he give it the bone. One of them said she was just a girl. She taught herself to be twice as cruel as the others. He sends letters, pretending to be the man's daughter. That way, the money still comes every month. Though the girl died over a year ago. She was once a grave robber, made a profit during the fever years. She was one of Paolo's gang. She likes the mayhem. It excites her. Every time he takes a life, he marks it by cutting a new scar into his dog's back. She sprinkles a powder in their ale. It smells of lemons. And when they start to nod off, she turns out their pockets. A brutal man. He is thrilled when the families catch his crew in the middle of a burglary. Clothes he wears he stole from a laundress. She cowered in fear when he showed his pistol. As a joke, he sent a blind man into an abandoned building infested with blood flies. In a month of nets, she killed a family in Colorado and made it look like blood flies were to blame. Eventually they'll realize just how much she's stolen from them. They would have died, but for the food and whale oil he brings them. She is one of the howlers. She's asked to be paid in bottles to save her the trouble.
Time to pay off your debt to society, Paolo.
You smell like a blue blood. Paulo's not gonna like that. I knew I was right about you. Mindy ain't no fool. I can smell a winner.
They say hard days make strange friends.
If we had more time, I'd put my tattoo and needles on your ass. Leave you with some wicked ink.
I've been marked once, and that was enough.
Next time, maybe. You helped me with the overseers. We could use somebody like you.
I hope 5 years away gives you time to think, while the city rebuilds itself without your little war.
Was a tough prick.
A gift for Paulo.
What I saw that day on the docks, Paulo got cut down. 1 second he was there, the next he was gone.
And the docks were swarming with rats. I know.
That's a trick I need to learn.
It's not like that. Mindy says he's carrying some old lady's hand. A witch. Dead a dog's age ago. Maybe before we were born.
Nasty. But it keeps them alive.
Wow. Walking around with Burns' body.
Bold.
Outsider's balls! It's Byrne? He's dead? Look who's the big hero. You're working with us. Good. But I still got my eye on you.
Keep taking out overseers and we'll warm up to you just fine. It's not a bad piece of work you did for us. But stay out of my way.
By the Void, that's the Vice Overseer. You did us a favor. But we'll still spit in your eye if you make a wrong move. I don't like the way you skulk around. So don't press your luck.
I'll be damned. Looky, looky. The Vice Overseer himself. If Paolo or Mindy say you're all right, I guess you are. You know, Paolo has plans for us. Big plans. can't believe my eyes. Goodbye, Vice Overseer.
Holy shit.
Wins then.
Burn. You look nice, but keep your distance, will you? No reason to get all buddy-buddy, right?
Last time I checked, we weren't dating, you and I. Yeah, step back now.
Good work. Byrne was a tough prick.
A gift. Oh.
Look sharp, she says. Stay awake, she says. Not even sure what I'm supposed to be looking for. Good work. Byrne was a tough prick. Get lost.
The Abbey's just another gang. When the Duke falls, it's us or them running things. Tonight, maybe I take it easy. Bottle of wine, some good cheese, and fresh bread. Go get me proof that the Vice Overseer is finished.
Trust me. Take Paolo proof that the Vice Overseer is finished. Good riddance. Holy shit. The Vice Overseer's going home in a canvas bag.
I've been trying to bring Byrne down for months. You did what others couldn't.
And now you owe me, Paolo.
We've been at war with the Abbey, not just over territory, but over the people of Karnaca as well. This is my home. And I'm gonna send Byrne to Dunwall without his hands, to explain things to the High Overseer and the Empress herself. Bet you didn't see this coming, Vice Overseer. Now, what is it you want?
I need to get inside Aramisa Stilton's house.
You're intriguing, and maybe more dangerous than most who darken my doorway.
I advise you to remember it.
Here's what you'll need to enter the house.
If you do have a hand in what comes next in Karnaca, I really hope you acquit yourself better than the Duke has.
You can count on that, friend. The Duke's a worthless buffoon. Get this guy out of here. This will kick over the balance in Karnaca. Now the tide is turning. The Abbey is in shambles. Karnaca's going to be reborn if it doesn't burn to the ground first. The Duke, the Abbey, the Empress, and Dunwall, none of them know what's best for Karnaca.
But you do.
Maybe you don't understand how things work down here. Things are changing, and if I have my way, I'll be guiding the course of the city for a long time to come.
That might be less fun than you imagine. Time to pay off your debt to society, Paolo.
Stay in the neutral territory, sister. Where it's safest. Move along. This area is off limits as long as this little war goes on. A dead heretic. Always good news.
Good riddance.
Heathen or no, you have done us a good deed, and for that, we are all grateful. Recite the strictures every night. I find it's the best way to keep pure.
What do you hide under that mask? The mark of the outsider? I cover my face because we're all one brotherhood. Your reasons are less clear.
The Abbey does good work here. Only those allied to the outsider need fear us. If you really are a friend to the Abbey, spread the word and live by the strictures.
Leave me be. You might have done us a boon, but you don't seem like the Abbey faithful. You've seen the good work we do. In time, the Isles will be free of witchcraft and heresy.
The roving feet, they love to trespass. Souls blackened with all manner of filth. You're doing good work here. Rest assured you have our attention. If Paulo is really finished, we have our adherence to the strictures to thank. Nothing more. It is better to live a life of silence than unleash a stream of untruth.
Whatever's afoot here with the Howlers, it must pale compared to the events in Dunwall. There is a fine line, my friend, between a passing glance and the wandering gaze.
Not a word from the High Overseer. Who knows what they're dealing with in Dunwall? A witch on the throne. Should make a beautiful bonfire. We will burn a bright fire with our virtuous actions so that others will not lose their way. And to those who choose to wander, beyond the walls of our homes, in far places, we will strike at them swiftly, before they whisper to their neighbors, filling their hearts with strangeness and doubt. We're working for a purer city. I have to remember that. If only the Duke wasn't a fool. If only he'd let us guide him. The people need us.
Who opened this door? Maybe the wind or something.
Is that Paulo? This is unexpected. but welcomed. You've done what my overseers couldn't. You have my respect, stranger. Drop him here. Do you have any idea the good you've done? With Paolo out of the way, I've got big plans for Karnaca.
I've heard about you and your ambitions, Vice Overseer Byrne. But for me, this was a means to an end. Does the Abbey remember its friends?
Yes, we do. And our enemies. What is it you want?
I need to get into Aramis Stilton's home.
Now that's a curious thing to want. There's something very wrong with Stilton's house. It's actually a great concern to me.
I need to know what happened there. Help me, and you'll benefit again.
Thanks to the Duke, we've lost our proper place here in Karnaca. And we've been fighting just to hold the streets against the heretic Paolo. But you shut him down for me, and for that, I'll give you what you want.
I'm listening.
Interrogating one of the Howlers, we learned that some of them knew how to open up the Jindosh lock and to enter Aramis Stilton's home. Probably just Paolo and a trusted few. What you're looking for is probably connected to why the Duke had Karen Jindosh seal up Stilton's home.
All right, then. This might be the most worthwhile visit I've ever paid to the Abbey. I'll remember your help, Vice Overseer Byrne.
As will I, my masked friend. Take our friend here away. I hope you find what you're looking for. Stilton's house is cursed. Look after yourself. No good comes from putting aside the strictures. Only madness and death. Remember that. The oracular order has to be put into position. The sisters, we know they deviate in those type of things, but at the same time, we know they also focus on what we tell them to do. I am so close to something grand here in Karnaca. Call it an experiment. With only a few moves, I could be inside the Duke's palace, running all of Serkonos. Imagine that. One of the Isles, in full alignment with the 7 strictures.
It's not something you could know, but in my time I've been in the company of many members of your order, including 2 high overseers. Some were good men, some were not. So forgive me if I hesitate to fully embrace that thought.
Careful what you say. The Abbey has a long memory. I assure you, if I get influence over this country, I will find a way to serve the Empire and the Abbey. Which is much more than you can say for Duke Luca Bell. But go in peace, for now.
Theocracy is not what Karnaca needs, Byrne.